You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, gays and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host, Hunter here. I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. So I'm reviewing Scream 3, which is written by Kevin Williamson and Erin Kruger. Oh my god, that's so insane. So, Erin Kruger has written a lot of shit. Arlington Road, Scream 3, Reindeer Games, The Ring 2, The Skeleton Key, The Brothers Grimm, Transformers Revenge of the Fall. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, and he wrote Dark of the Moon? Oh my god. And Age of Extinction. Holy shit. And Ghost in the Shell? And Dumbo? Oh my god. And then he does Top Gun Wow. What the fuck? Oh my god. So, okay. Let me get this out of the way. I hate Scream 3. I fucking hate this movie. This movie makes me irrationally angry. I actually just posted about it on my socials about how it truly fills me with the anger of 1,000 suns. I fucking hate Scream 3. And the big reason why I hate Scream 3 is because I like Ghostface in it. Outside of trying to kill Sydney and Dewey, I was like, oh, yeah, Ghostface is basically the hero in this. That's fucking weird, because the whole concept is that they are making, Stab 3, and, everyone is saying, hey, don't make this movie, Ghostface is on, there's another Ghostface, and because it's Hollywood, they go, we don't give a shit, fuck you, we love money, so they go ahead and push forward with Stab 3 anyway. But then the issue is that it's all about the people who are still in the movie getting killed by Ghostface. So the big thing on this movie, I said there are a couple things I liked. Neve Campbell, I have talked about Neve Campbell. I love Neve Campbell so much. I mean, she's gorgeous, she's sexy, she's funny, she nails the dramatic beats, and coming off of Scream 2, which I think is the best Scream movie out of all of them. I was so sad to see her given this script. I felt so bad for her because she's so good in fucking. Neve Campbell's such a great actress. She's great in Skyscraper, and no one is good. Dwayne Johnson's not good in Skyscraper. He fucking stars in the shit, but she's great in it. Like with given very little to do. Neve Campbell's amazing, but I felt so bad for her in this because this movie is the whole kind of, we're ending the trilogy, which I'm sure people thought back in, back in 2000 that they actually might stop making Scream movies, but these movies keep making money, so what incentive do they have to actually stop making them? And look, credit where it's due. If we didn't have, this is kind of the Batman and Robin of the Scream franchise, because if we don't have this piece of shit, we don't get Scream 4, we don't get Scream 5, we don't get Scream 6, which in itself is its own really awesome trilogy. So I get it. If the irony is that if you swap out Scream 4 for Scream 3, I think it might be, it would be a trilogy that's on the same level for me as the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the Back to the Future movies, and the Avengers trilogy. Like it would be up there with my favorite trilogies ever. But and even with Scream 3 being as dog shit as it is, and my god is it dog shit, but those first two films are so excellent it almost negates how bad this one is. But this one, like I said, it's so bad, y'all. Oh my god. But the big thing is, all this is oh, hey Sydney, your mom that you've been so tortured about and had such mixed feelings about her getting killed and everything. Well, guess what? Your mother was a big old slut, and it was her fault because she was asking for it. That's the movie. That's basically what this movie is. And I'm sitting there going, really? After all of this is where you're landing. That her mom was just a big giant slut. And there is a grossness to this, that I would say, how do I put this? So you know how, and what's insane to me is like when She Said came out, yeah, it's a movie about, Harvey Weinstein taking him down, but some film made by Hollywood, you know, which let him get away with the shit for decades. And the movie flat out shows that people knew. And so the movie having this self-congratulatory, like, yeah, let's take down, yeah, journalism's the best, let's take down Harvey Weinstein. While the film is so well made, there is that part that's constantly hanging over your head where you're going, wait a minute, you shouldn't be so self-congratulatory. You should be more critical of Hollywood for letting this go on for so long. And they're really not. It's one of those things where it feels like there were just, that part is definitely glossed over to an extent. It's crazy to watch Scream 3, considering the Weinsteins fucking produce this shit. And the fact that it's about Sydney's mom, again, quote, being a slut, but it's because of Hollywood. It's because that she was a woman who wanted to go ahead and inspired to be an actress, and Hollywood flat out abused her, sexually assaulted her, raped her, not just physically but emotionally. And the fact that this is something that's brought up, again, produced by the Weinsteins, it's so fucking nuts. We find out that Sydney's mom had this stint in a few 70s era B horror movies under the stage name Rena Reynolds. And when they confront one of the people who is in charge of the Stab franchise, when they go ahead and confront him, John Milton, who's played by Lance Hendrickson, it's crazy because he gives this super villain-esque monologue. I have it here. It was the 70s. Everything was different. I was well known for my parties. She knew what they were. It was for girls like her to meet men who could get them parts if they made the right impression. Nothing happened to her that she didn't invite in one way or another. Jesus Christ. Not saying, no matter what she said afterwards. No matter. That's it. Oh my God. I'm saying that things got out of hand. Maybe they did take advantage of her. Maybe the sad truth is this is not a city for innocents. No charges were brought, and the bottom line is Maureen Prescott wouldn't play by the rules. You want to get ahead in Hollywood, you got to play the game or go home. Holy fucking shit. It's like Harvey Weinstein wrote that shit himself, allegedly. My God. And the fact is, the movie just goes, yep, that's how it was, and just pushes past it. And the way that the movie really doesn't check Hollywood on that, again, is something I went, that's insane that you're just going to let this lie. And this is the big wrap up to Sydney's mom. And I just found that really gross. And look, you've heard me talk about how I think people are too aggressive or sensitive, and that it's hard to go back and look at certain things with a modern lens. But this is one of those things that even back in 2000 when this came out is fucking nuts. And I can't believe that Weinstein produced this and went, oh yeah, yep, totally cool. Like, it so mirrors him. It's terrifying. And if there is a compliment I can give Scream 3, maybe it was known back in 2000. Maybe it was known what a piece of shit Harvey Weinstein was, allegedly. And don't want to get sued. And maybe maybe the pivot's made to go ahead and, kind of paint him as a piece of shit and kind of let people know. Maybe there is more to that than we know. But it's nuts to me that this movie was made in 2000 and how it's aged. It's wild. So I have to give the movie some credit for that. I mentioned Nev Campbell. Dewey is Dewey. David Arquette doesn't have a bad performance as Dewey in this franchise. It's fucking nuts. Like I said, 2's still my favorite, but 3, he's really great in this one too. I was. It's always great to see him and Sydney and Gail interacting. Played by Courtney Cox, of course, but loved him in this. I got to get to Patrick Dempsey, who plays Detective Mark Kincaid. So Patrick Dempsey, I think he falls into that category of, oh my god, he's so handsome. Maybe he's not talented, but I like him. I love him in Enchanted. I think he's fucking delightful in that, and even something like Bridget Jones's Diary, he's really great in that too. And while I'm not crazy about Transformers Dark of the Moon, because it's not a good movie, it's quite terrible actually, his villain role is kind of perfect for a movie like that. I think he's better than people give him credit for, is what I will say. But in here, he's fucking charming, he's charismatic, he clearly wants to figure out who Ghostface is. But there are so many points in the movie where I went, oh, it has to be him. It's him, right? He's Ghostface, right? And the movie has a couple points where it feels like it's going to make that turn, and then it doesn't. And I went, oh, that's kind of a letdown. Granted, they kind of do that in Scream 6, so in retrospect, it might have been better that it didn't work out, but it's crazy how much is set up for him to clearly be Ghostface, and then they just go, nah, we're good. Roman Bridger, who is the one who is directing Stab 5, who's played by Scott Foley. Scott Foley you probably know from Below, Let's Kill Ward's Wife, to name a few things. But what's crazy about Roman is that the whole explanation that he gives about, you're my half sister. Like, mom raised you. She forgot about me. I went, how is this Sydney's fault? How is this in any way? How is this in any way Sydney's fault? And it's so nuts the way he goes ahead and gaslights Sydney and going, this is all your fault. You did this. I went, dude, she had no idea. She's just finding out that her mom was trying to act. You fucking crazy asshole. Like, I understand you can't expect logic from a serial killer, but goddamn, it just the logic is incredible. I mentioned the people who star in Stab 3, pardon me, that you don't care about any of them because they're just there to get killed by Ghostface. And man, I just rolled my eyes when I saw Jenny, don't vaccinate your kids, I'm fucking stupid, McCarthy in this. I was so happy she got killed. I went, good, fucking deserved it. You're terrible. But two of the better deaths in this movie are Patrick Warburton, who plays Stephen Stone, who is basically a secretary, not secretary, but a security guard that they go ahead and they hire to go ahead and keep the cast of Stab 3 safe. His kill, fucking amazing. Probably my favorite kill in the movie outside of when Sydney goes ahead and kills Roman, but loved Patrick Warburton in this. I'm just always so excited to see Patrick Warburton in anything. By the way, if you have not seen him on News Radio in season 5, yeah, season 5, he has a great villain arc on there. I highly recommend you check it out if you have not. And then Lieb Schreiber returning as a Cotton Weary, getting killed in the opening. It's a shame because that white turtleneck got fucked up, but I love the opening kill. But outside of that, this movie is just very and it felt like a chore to get through. I really just want to know what happened with Sydney's mom, and then when it's laid out for you, I went, oh, that's really quite terrible, and I hate that Sydney kind of has to live with this. It's not quite Rise of Skywalker bad, but it definitely made me roll my eyes. I went, look, this is an element you can use. I have no problem with you using the element, but the way that they are so kind of half-assed with what happened with Sydney's mom, and the way that they don't hammer home the seriousness of what her mom went through, is something that I can't co-sign on this. Like, if they really hammered home the fact that Sydney's mom did nothing wrong and that this is a corrupt system, then okay, cool, I'm there with you. But they don't do that, and they really do kind of act like, well, this is just kind of how it goes, sucks to suck. And I went, no, that's not how this is supposed to fucking work. There's also, just because he used to work with them, as far as them distributing his films, there is a Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes cameo where they play Jay and Silent Bob and Jay, respectively. And I could not believe it. It caught me so off guard. It's like, why the fuck are Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob in this? I have to say it the right way. Like, it's such a weird, like, oh, really? Okay, sort of moment. But thank God this wasn't the last Scream film. Just getting into my final thoughts here, because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Scream 3 fucking sucks. It's not good. There are some good things about it. I understand that they had to change shit up because of Columbine. But goddamn, this is rough. It is rough sledding in this movie. But I'd give this, man, I'm gonna go D+ on this, because even for the stuff I like, I just could not get behind anyone who got killed, and that's something that this films are usually so great about doing, is getting you invested in these characters to care. For you to actually care when they're in peril, and I never felt that outside of the main, the Holy Trinity, as it were. But yeah, D+. This movie's dumb, fucking sucks. But Scream 3, everyone, what'd you think of it? Have you seen it? Let us know in the comments. You can go ahead and follow me on Blue Sky at realpineapple.bsky.social. Let me know what you think of the show. If you have any questions for the show, any review requests, let us know. You can shoot me an email at jhunter@therealpineapple.com. That's REEL Pineapple. You can follow me on TikTok at jhunterrealpineapple. Follow me on Letterboxd at Black Shazam. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can find the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts: SoundCloud, Apple, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneUp, and Samsung Podcasts, name a few, at The Real Pineapple. You can go ahead and find us on YouTube. Please go ahead and subscribe there. You can find us on YouTube at The Real Pineapple. Just go ahead and search us. And then you can find all of our socials at linktr.ee/jhunterrealpineapple. And follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be hopping on there next week. I'm so excited. You can find me on twitch.tv/jhunterrealpineapple. Thank you so much for listening. As we head into November, we're going to have reviews up for Killers of the Flower Moon, as well as whatever Oscar screeners I start to get, because I'm going to start getting screeners. I'm excited. Love this time of year. Gonna have reviews up for the Marvels as well. I'm really excited to get into that, as well as reviews for Loki season 1 and 2. I'm really excited to delve into that. We've only got a couple more episodes left of season 2, so I'm really excited to talk about that. And then I'm gonna have reviews up for Invincible season 1 and season 2 as well. So some fun stuff coming down the pipeline. But I will be doing as well. I know we're not even at Thanksgiving yet, but just to give y'all a heads up, I will be doing a 12 days of real holidays reviews. I know we personally celebrate Christmas, but in case y'all don't, we can call it the Real Holiday Series 2023. Gonna have 12 days of reviews for y'all. I'm still ironing out what holiday movies I'm gonna review for the 12, but I will go ahead and let y'all know as we get closer to December. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. Get your COVID booster. Get your flu shot. I want y'all to be safe as we head up on colder weather in this holiday season. But again, thank you for your support, and don't forget, as always, to keep it real.